Hello, geometry people. Today you're going to learn about the triangle similarity shortcuts. If you have not gone onto the GeoGebra investigation in Google Classroom, please do that first because we're not going to go over that investigation, and make sure you complete it's like a one question quiz at the bottom just to make sure you understood what you were supposed to from that investigation. So, let's start with a review. What are the 4 congruence shortcuts for triangles? Because what we're doing today is very similar. So remember, there are 6 pieces of information. So if 2 triangles are congruent, you automatically know corresponding sides are congruent and corresponding angles are congruent. However, we learned you only need 3 pieces of information. If you know just the side measures are congruent, corresponding side measures are congruent, then the triangles are congruent. If you know 2 sides are congruent and the included angle are congruent, then the triangles are congruent. And then 2 angles and a side. And remember, what did not work was angle, side, side, and angle, angle, angle. Those did not work. So we're gonna, so the investigation shows you what will be our shortcuts for similarity. And just a reminder of what it means for polygons to be similar. So similar polygons should already be in your vocab, but 2 polygons, so that includes triangles, are similar if and only if corresponding sides are proportional. That's the big difference. And corresponding angles are congruent. Okay. So next, so one of the similarity shortcuts that you should have seen in the investigation is if 2 pairs of corresponding angles are congruent, then it forces the triangles to be congruent. So it's angle, angle, also known as angle, angle, angle similarity. But all you need are 2 angles because the third angle has to add up to 180 degrees. So you might see something like this. Determine whether these triangles are congruent. So let's just do A, B, C, D, E. Triangles are similar. And you might know that these sides are parallel. Okay, so let's see. So what we're looking at are the overlapping triangles, and they will be similar because angle C is congruent to angle C, reflexive. We're not going to write too many proofs in this section, but you could. So angle C is congruent to angle C, reflexive. AE is parallel to BD, given. And then you could say, and you have a couple options, you could say angle E is congruent to angle BDC, corresponding angles, or you could say angle A is congruent to angle CBD, corresponding angles. Theorem. So then you would say triangle, now let's name them. We could say CDB is congruent, and then you would name corresponding parts, CEA, not congruent, similar. Similar due to angle-angle similarity. Okay? And all you would need to do in the homework is this last line. All right? Then you could, once you know the triangles are similar, you're able to find missing pieces of those triangles, which we're going to do a lot tomorrow with real-world problems. Side angle side similarity means you have two pairs of proportional sides. That's what this little thing says. Okay, so these are similar, A, B, D, E, and then A, C, and D, F. Those are proportional. We don't really have a symbol for that. So here's an example. Let's say we want to know, are these triangles similar? And again, we're looking at overlapping. So what you know here is that, so let's see. So we're looking at this side versus this side. So that's 9 over 18. And then you're looking at this side over this side, 5 over 10. Are those equal ratios? Yes, they are. And then this is a reflexive angle. So the angle is congruent. So you have a pair of proportional sides and then congruent angle. So you would say triangle BAC is similar. Now if you say BAC, you have to say EAD. And then you'll notice we have a 6 and an X. So then once you know the triangles are similar, you can then set up a proportion. So the 9 is to 18. So you have to compare sides of the triangles. 9 is to 18 as 6 is to X. And then we cross multiply. 18 times 6 is, let me just type that in the calculator real quick. 18 times 6 is 108. Divided by 9 is 12. So X is 12. So just looking at some examples here. And then SSS similarity. So let's say we just have, I'm just making up numbers, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 6, 9, 12. Okay. So then, and we don't know anything about the angles. So you could just set up corresponding parts here. See, are those equal ratios? And you'll see, yes, they are all equal to 3. So therefore, these triangles are similar by SSS similarity. Now, this also explains the Pythagorean multiples. Remember, we had the primitives, right? So we had 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 7, 24, 25, and 8, 15, 17. And then there's a whole bunch of others, but these are the ones we looked at. But then we said, well, if they're a multiple, then you can also use the shortcut. And that's the whole idea of side, side, side similarity. So in your vocab, the 3 similarity shortcuts, SSS, SAS, AA. You probably saw in the investigation angle, side, side worked a little bit. Now, if you were careful in the investigation, you would see that it only works sometimes. So then we just say it does not work. So here's some examples of problems that you could solve. Kind of like the homework. So we want to know, are these triangles similar? If so, why? So look here, we have, let's see, vertical angles are congruent. Now it might be side angle side. Wait a minute. So let's see, we have 40 over 16 here. Then we have 39 over 16. Oh, not equal, not similar. So it could have been side angle side if the sides were proportional. Number 2, let's see. So CBA, and it looks like that's going to go to FGH. Sorry, the cat's jumping on me. So we have, let's see, this side goes to this side, so 48 over 8, 84 over 14, and then 72 over 12, and you should see they're all multiples of 6. So that works. So then triangle, let's see, CBA will be FGH, and what's the reason? We don't know the angles, so it's SSS similarity. Okay, number 3 is, so let's see. It could be side angle side. So you have to check 49 over 14. You have to make sure your sides match up, first of all. Okay, let's see. Divided by 7 is 7 over 2. Divided by 4 is 7 over 2 also. So yes, it works. This is triangle VUT VLM, side angle side similarity. And then number 4 we can't see, so let's skip over that one. So number 8. So let's see, triangle STU. Well, look, there's no corresponding angles congruent. There's only one pair of corresponding angles that are congruent. We don't know anything about the sides. Not similar, not enough information. And then number 6, let's see. So you have 88 over 16, because the 88 is the whole side. And then this would be 1, you have to add the 25 here. 132 over 25. And then you can divide them. You can cross multiply to check. I'll divide. You get 5.5, and then 132 over 25, 5.28. Not similar. It had the potential to be side angle side, but failed. So go on to the Edge Elastic assignment. You'll have some examples where you have to figure out, are the triangles similar and why? And then it's all multiple choice. And then you'll have some examples where you have to find missing parts. Once you know the triangles are similar, you are then allowed to set up a proportion to find the missing sides. Have a great day.